What's going on, people? I'm gonna give my experience. I'm at the job right now, you know. Big truck driving around this thing. My experience with CBX, flying out of Tijuana, New Mexico. I live in Southern California, San Diego to be exact. And flying out of CBX was a hassle. No, it wasn't that bad. It's very long. And what I mean by very long, the walk. Because you got to cross from U.S. border over to Mexico border to get to the airport. The walk has got to be about 2-3 miles long. I'm not kidding you. And the way that they do it is they have so many twists and turns that you think you're about to go ahead and cross and get into the airport. Nope, you still got to walk down this hallway. Okay, well, now we about to go down this stairway and then we're going to be in the airport. Nope, you still got to walk and go back up some stairs. Okay, well, once we make this left, we're going to be, no, not at all, not at all. You will walk. Now, checking in was a bit of a hassle. It's not, I keep saying hassle, but it was tedious because it was our first time flying out of the Tijuana airport. Now, it's nice, but you got to understand, a lot of people don't speak English. So if you got you a Google Translate, something to translate, that will help. They do have some people there that speak some English. But you have to check in, you have to get this paper that you got to fill out. It's like a border pass. Even though you have your passport and everything, it's like a border pass. Once you get that border pass, and technically, all right, so when you get dropped off from your Uber or you park your car or whatever, you're gonna walk in. Directly in front of you, there's gonna be they're going to tell you, hey, you have to fill out this piece of paper, right? Here's a trick. There's 3 computers right there where everybody's filling out paper. There's 3 computers. If you get your passport, you open it up and you swipe your passport, it will fill out that border pass for you. There's a amount of information that you got to put in, where you're going, is it for recreation or business, and different things like that. But if you just swipe it, it's going to make your life so much easier. And what I mean by that is because I'm traveling with it was about 6 people in my initial group, not the whole party that went, but in my initial group, it was about 6 people. So it was 3 kids, me, the wife, and the nanny, so to speak. But it was my niece, and yeah, we tried to fill everything out by hand. You gotta get all the information off the passport. You gotta get the passport numbers off the passport, put it on there. All that stuff is a hassle. You can just find that computer, and it's right there. Nobody's using them. There's people in purple shirts. There's people in purple shirts that's using them because they know what they're there for. But if you go over there, you hit a button, you swipe your passport, and put all that stuff down. Birth date, passport number, so on and so forth. And like I said, you just put in the amount of information of where you're going. And then it'll print it out for you. Keep that paper with your passport at all times, when you're going and when you're coming back, because you're going to need it. You are going to need it. After that, you go through, I'm not kidding you, there's literally about 10 checkpoints. It's so many checkpoints. So many checkpoints. So, you know, and if it's your first time going through it, like I said, it's going to be tedious because you're going to be like, okay, when you fill out the paperwork for your border pass to go into what you think is the airport, what you think is the airport, you got to check in right there. Then you go through the door. Then you're going to have your duty-free stuff. You know, all your tax-free cologne, perfumes, alcohol, and other products, you know, that you got to walk through. Scratch that gear. And then you go to start walking, and you kind of got to figure out where to go. You got to go with your your instincts. I'm sorry. Let me grab some water real quick. Hang on. Oh, that's not water. Hang on. Sorry for the vibration. It's the way it records. All right. See if that helps the lingo. All right. So you got to kind of try to navigate where you're going to go. So you're going to walk in, you're going to turn a corner, and that's when your journey begins. We flew on Valeris, is what I want to say the name of it is. The name might be a little bit different because I ain't rolling the R's. Valeris. I don't know. Volaris? I don't know. But I'm trying to recap because it was an ordeal. So you got to kind of try to navigate where you want to go. All right, got to use your instincts. The signs are in English and in Spanish because they know it's a lot of Americans that's going to be trying to fly out of Tijuana because it's cheaper. There's a reason why it's cheap. Now I don't know if it's the particular airplane or the carrier that we use to fly over to Cancun from San Diego or Tijuana, but it was if anybody ever flew out of CBX, you know why I keep smiling, because there's so much that goes on to get over there. Now I tried to ask security guards, hey, where do I go to get to so and so? No habla English, so what you got to do is, if you have Google Translate on your phone, definitely download Google Translate so you can speak into the phone and you can hold it to their face or their ear or wherever, so they can hear what needs to be said. Then they can speak into the phone and you can understand what they say. That Google Translate is a needed necessity just for this part, because most resorts and things that you go to, they're used to people that speak English, whether it's American English or American lingo, or it's the British version of English, I guess the original English language, I don't know, but they're used to that. But in that airport, a lot of people couldn't help me. You're also going past the pharmacy, all right? Yes, the pharmacy gonna have Cialis, Viagra. Now I know some people gonna be like, why do I care about that? It's just fun and interesting to see. You can go to all the local pharmacies when you do get over to wherever, and they're gonna have some substances that might be illegal without prescription here in America. But back to the airport. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. The refreshing water. So you're going to do a lot of walking, guaranteed. You're going to do a lot of walking. You're going to come to several checkpoints. Once you finally get to cross the border, there's going to be another checkpoint. They had us to stand to the side. Now, anybody that's from America that's been to Tijuana know that when you're coming through from Tijuana back to San Diego or back to America or whatnot, there's a line for Americans. There's a line for everybody, but Americans, usually make the Mexican folks stand to the side. Well, they're gonna make you stand to the side. They pulled us out of line and told us to go into this line over here, so all the Mexican citizens can go through and do their thing, which I'm not mad at. It's great role reversal, because as Americans, sometimes we tend to feel privileged and we don't understand when we're treated like illegal immigrants, or not even illegal immigrants, just immigrants, period. So that was a cool little experience. One of the last checkpoints is interesting. All right, very interesting. And what's interesting about it is you got a 50-50 chance of being pulled to the side again. And anybody that flew that flew out of here knows what I'm talking about. Now I don't know if this is something that happens everywhere. I've never seen it in American airports. It might be there now, because the last time I flew out of America was probably like about 3-4 years ago to do a little TV show thing. They have this last checkpoint you go through, and they scan your passport and they ask you where you're going, why you're going, you know, and different things like that. The people who scan your passport and stuff, they tend to speak English enough to where, you know, you can understand what's going on. I mean, it's literally checkpoints after checkpoints after checkpoint, which is fine because they want to verify, then you got to verify again. They have the green and red light, and most people probably don't even pay attention to it, but it's like the one last one, and it ain't a big deal. It's just funny to see that you got a 50-50 chance of being pulled and going through another checkpoint where your bag's got to get scanned again. Also, they do follow those rules where you can't have certain items, liquids and different things like that, bigger than you know, X amount of ounces, just like they do in America. They have that over there as well. And so the last checkpoint, you're going to push a button. And it's going to have a red light, it's going to have a green light. You got the green light, you're good to go to the next checkpoint. You're good to go because now you're in Mexico or whatever. So, you know, like, you know, okay, we standing there, we you know, it's kind of like we're joking about it. Like, okay, who's going to push the button? Who has the best luck? I don't have good luck, you know, but my lady does. So she pushed the button and got green, but the person before them pushed the button and got red. They had to step to the side to go get their bags rescanned and all that other stuff. Then once you do that, you're in Mexico. And you're going to walk again what feels like a long time. I think you go up something, down something, I can't remember. I probably should have filmed it, but you know, I was too nervous crossing the border. I didn't want to draw any unnecessary attention, but then again, I'm 6'4", 400 black dude, you know, so it's towering over everybody in there. So I just naturally draw attention. But I didn't want to draw, you know, unwanted attention. Some people might not want it to be filmed or whatnot. But excuse all the bumping and shaking and rattling. You know, we just gonna move y'all over here. Bang. Okay. So hang on, let me get situated. All right. So now you about to go wait in the airport lines. So you get over there, and now there's two different scenarios. When we got there, we showed up to the airport like 2 to 3 hours earlier. When we got there, the line for to get to the checkout was wrapped around, and all the way back down a hallway in this big old room next to a place called Wings. So again, anybody that's flown out of there, you should know what I'm talking about. But the lines are moving. They move pretty quick. I ain't gonna say pretty quick. They move at a good speed to where you're like, dang, I'm tired of waiting, and so on and so forth. You're impatient. So once you do that, you check your bags in. Then you got to find out where you got to find out where your plane takes off from. They give you some amount of information. Go look at the TVs or whatever, and you figure that out. Then you got to sit and wait. And then, now, in America, like first class and handicap and women with children and strollers and stuff like that, they board the plane first. So if you go over there and you're in group 1 or group 2, don't feel special. Don't feel special. Because you are basically in the back of the plane. And it seems like there's more space in the front of the plane than it is in the back of the plane. So the flight to Cancun, while the plane did go up in the air and land, it was horrible because the seats wasn't made, you know, with enough space for people of my height. It's not even my size. It's my height. My size too, but my height. My knee was at the wrist of the person that was in front of me. So that's the thing. But I just think it was the particular airline. Like, I don't know if Volaris is like the spirit of, you know, American Airlines or whatever. You know, it's different. But all in all, coming back over, we kind of knew what to expect as far as how long the walk would be. Coming back over, you get your bags. When you get your bags, there's two people that's going to be waiting by the exit. It's going to be two exits, all right? There's going to be, and I'm letting you know this because I'm pretty sure it happens a lot. There's two exits. One exit is for Mexico, and one exit is for the U.S. border, to cross over the U.S. border. But you're going to look, and when you look for the exit for Mexico, it's going to say Mexico-U.S. border. And you're going to see military dudes in military garb, the uniform. And I immediately want to go that way because I'm thinking like, oh, okay, this is our people, our military. So, but then I was like, I stopped because I was like, wait, they don't have guns. Why is our military standing there watching people and they don't have guns? They just in uniform. I didn't know what that was about, so I stopped and I looked. Some of the other people with me went over to the other people, and basically what they got to do is you got to have, you got to scan your passport or whatever, and then you got to walk through their section to get back over to the U.S. border. Will I fly out? It's bright. I'm sorry. It's bright out here. I'm driving through Texas. I'm driving through the Panhandle. So while I'm talking to y'all, I just crossed over from Texas, Oklahoma. No. I was in Oklahoma. No, I went from Texas, Oklahoma, into Kansas City. I didn't do all that in this video, but I'm saying that's where I'm at, US 54. If anybody was wondering, I'm pretty sure you came here for the information. I do apologize. I ramble. Crossing back over the border was relatively easy. Now, would I fly out of Tijuana again? If I had first class seats and there was a significant discount. The discount that we got, like we were looking for flights out of San Diego. We didn't want to get flights out of LA or anything like that because it's when you get back from vacation, I don't want to be driving that long. You know, 2.5 hours through LA traffic back down to San Diego. That's a hassle. So I think we probably saved about $1,500. Oh, let me give you this. If you fly out of Tijuana, they do not take American money. Nobody. Pesos, baby. So if you flying somewhere it's going to take you 4, 5, 6 hours to get there, and they had a little course to come down, they don't take cash. Pesos. So you're going to have to take like 30, 40 bucks in pesos and convert it. I mean, 30, you know, not even that. Maybe like, depending on how big your party is. So if it's just you and one other person, I say 20, maybe $30 in pesos. I take that back. I'm trying to figure out because I was doing it for a large group. We didn't have pesos. We had cash. We think everybody take cash. Again, that's that American mindset. Everybody takes cash. How you not take cash? What's wrong with you? You don't take cash. But nope, pesos. So make sure you get some money to turn over to pesos. I think it's at the time was between 17 and 21 pesos for $1. And like you can get like a cup of noodles for like 35 pesos. So that's what, like $1 and some change. So you want to keep that in mind. I'm going to be doing several videos on my trip to Cancun. So if you want to subscribe, like, share, I'm going to eventually put them all in the playlist so that way you don't get sidetracked with some of the other buffoonery that I do on this particular channel. But when I fly out of CBX again, it has to be a large discount and first class. If you are 5'10" and taller, you're gonna have a hard time. It's gonna be a rough it's gonna be rough. Yep, we just crossed into Kansas. Let's see if the computer says it. Guess not. But it's gonna be a tight. It's gonna be tight. But for 6 people, I mean, think about it. For 6 people, we paid about $2,010 for 6 people. Now you can do the math on that. 2,000 divided by 6 is whatever. I'm pretty sure I can do the math in my head, but I don't feel like it. But you see that now 6 people over here flying out of San Diego or something like that, even with a layover, would have been $3,000-4,000. At the time we was looking for tickets. But all in all, it was a great experience. I would fly again. I would fly again out of there, but yeah, it's a thing. If it's just you and one other person, especially if it's just you and one other adult, I think that's what makes the difference. It was 3 adults and 3 kids at this particular time, and the kids were impatient, don't want to walk. They lazy Americans. My kids are lazy. What can I say? You know, they are. I don't know. I spoiled them. I need to kind of get them to do stuff. But you know, and they was excited as well. But I save all that for another video. Anyway, it's the randomness of TRB. Hope this gave you somewhat of an insight of the CBX. Just be prepared to walk. Have your walking shoes ready. Have your walking shoes ready. Also, have your Fitbit. If anybody go to CBX, have your Fitbit on and let me know how many steps was it for you to get to where you're waiting to get on the airplane. Actually, when you get on the airplane, sit down. If you can just hit me on Instagram, The Right Brother, BROTHA. Hit me on Instagram with the amount of steps it took on a Fitbit to get to get over the border. Anyway, I'm out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed this. I did. Like I said, I'm gonna have a few more videos about traveling to Cancun. I'll probably do another one right now about what some of the cool things that I realize you need to have on when you're going on vacation, as far as technology wise. And I'll holler at you. Peace.